Hi, this is Roland Jean Charles from PMI JCM Realty Group, where we manage properties from an asset management perspective. Today, what I'm going to be talking to you about are three benefits of reviewing property management monthly statements. Now, as you probably know, evaluating your rental property monthly statements can provide insights and benefits that affect your bottom line. However, a lot of us don't do it, right? So whether you're a property manager or you're self-managing your property yourself that you own, right? The reality is there's a lot of paperwork to shuffle, right? And there's a lot of documents that you have to keep track of, from the lease agreements to your mortgage statements to insurance. So this is just a lot of paperwork going around, and sometimes while all of these documents are important, we don't always get the time. We're not always able to set the time to keep the monthly statements on our radar. We don't always get the time to review the monthly statements. And the reality is, some of us, we are still using Microsoft Excel to track our expenses and our finances. So we don't even have a monthly statement for us to review. But the reality is, the monthly statement is a receipt and a review of all your monthly activities for your monthly property, right? And so it's something that we definitely should keep our eye on. But the reality is, again, it's very time consuming, right? And we don't always get the chance to schedule the time to do that review on a monthly basis, right? However, if you are able to do it right, it gives you a window into your expenses, your income, and your overall ROI performance, right? So let you know whether you're making money or not, whether you have a good, portfolio that's cash flowing, or whether you're spending money on things that you shouldn't be spending money, right? And that can be very costly if you are throwing money out the window because you don't have an idea um, of how much you're spending on whatever resources that you have available to you, right? So today, what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about three critical reasons you should be reviewing your monthly statements if you aren't doing so already. So the first reason that you should be doing that, you should be reviewing your monthly statement. It's the best way to find errors in real time, right? And so, I mean, one of the most significant benefits of reviewing your monthly statements, it helps you find errors in real time. And even a quick glance through the details can help you identify if you're overcharged, if you have a duplicate fee, or if there's a missing expense. And not catching those mistakes quickly can turn into several months worth of repeated issues, right? Having to go back and try to identify where that mistake happened or occurred, right? Like, for example, I looked at my statement several months ago, right? Maybe a statement that I had 6 months ago, right? And I saw that one of my vendors, um, for whatever reason, a payment that we had made to them had never come out. Now, we made the payment to them, but they said that they've received the payment, but it never came out of our account. So right now we're working with the bank to try to determine why that payment never came out. Now, if I had not caught that early and I hadn't started working with the vendor and the bank, I wouldn't have a clue where to start trying to identify, how that fell through the crack. But because I saw it early, it enabled me to work with the vendor and with the bank to try to reconcile and make sure that that payment was made, and it comes out of our account one way or the other, right? So everyone is on the same page moving forward, right? But on a grander scale, imagine an extra zero showing up on one of your monthly expenses, right? That could represent an even bigger problem, right? So, just looking at the statements on a monthly basis, helping you, it will help you find issues that are occurring in real time, and that definitely is a great benefit to reviewing your monthly statements, right? Next, you want to make sure you're able to find or identify fraudulent activities before they become substantial, right? I mean, the reality is this: there are going to be errors and mistakes. We're all human, right? There's no system that's going to prevent 100% of mistakes from happening, right? But what if some those mistakes are not just mistakes? What if they're nefarious, right? If you are not keeping track of your monthly statements, those nefarious mistakes can cost you dearly, right? And so you need to make sure that when you're looking through your monthly statements, you're looking for reoccurring mistakes or things that are more nefarious, so you can uncover fraud if there's any happening within your portfolio, so that you can root that out, you can clean it up, and you could, resolve the issue before it becomes substantial in your portfolio, right? Because not finding that can translate into seriously and costly remedies down the road. So the second tip, or the second reason that you should review your monthly statement, is to identify those fraudulent activities. And the third is to track your rental properties receivables, right? And so we talked about, identifying fraudulent activities, right? We said everybody make mistakes. We talked about finding errors, right? And now, at the end of the day, you want to know if your property is cash flow. You want to know if your bottom line is healthy, right? And tracking your rental property receivables is a great way to know whether your property, your portfolio is healthy. And the way you do that is by reviewing your monthly statements, right? And it perfectly outlines who's been paid, who still owes. It allows for methods to check and balance and make sure the numbers reconcile each month. And you should really have someone, doing a reconciliation each month, so you can make sure that those numbers are accurate. And it gives you an oversight of the revenue owed or any miscalculated payment. And I mean, that can be tough to undo in revenue if it's not caught immediately. So you want to make sure that you are reviewing those monthly statements, so you can track your rent to property receivables, and you can get the benefits that I just mentioned here, right? And so while there are countless advantages and benefits of spending your time reviewing the monthly statements beyond what I just said here, um, it's still often the document that gets overlooked the most, right? I mean, it's important busy work, but at the end of the day, it is busy work, right? But it's crucial that you're able to get it done. And if you're not going to do it yourself, you should have an accountant or hire someone to do it on your behalf, because it's the easiest way to get a snapshot on your investments and your business activity from month to month. Now, if you need help reviewing your monthly statement, whether it's organization or just finding time to manage them, just contact us with the link we have in this article. And you may be ready for a property management partner who can help you stay on top of all the documents, agreements, and reports. And I'm including these very important monthly statements. It's also our goal to keep a finger on the pulse of the property management market in the Tampa metro area. If you found this topic helpful and you would like to keep up with the latest trends and strategies, you can sign up for our free webinar, where we are going to explore how to maximize your rental portfolio for maximum growth, right? And you won't want to miss that webinar. It's going to be a great webinar, and you should enjoy it. We also have a Facebook group that we would like for you to join, so you can connect with like-minded investors, and you can join the discussion with these savvy investors, and they give you free tips on how to automate a lot of these things to make it easier for you if you're a self-managed investor. And for specific questions and personalized advice on your portfolio, you can put a quick 15-minute meeting on my calendar, and we can connect, and I'll be able to talk to you and answer any questions you have regarding this article or any other questions regarding property management, particularly if you're in the Tampa metropolitan area, or if you have a property that's in the Tampa metropolitan area. That's, Pinellas County, Pasco County, Hillsborough County. Again, this is Roland Jean Charles from PMI JCM Realty Group, where we manage properties from the management perspective. My telephone number and my email address and my website is in the beginning of this of the video on the slide, and you can get it from there. And you can also use the links to contact me. Thank you, and have a great day.